It's not that. I had a chick who said one time I need to be more like Optimus Prime.
Hey, yo, you're lying.
I lied to you not. I lied to you not.
You're lying. I don't know if you just said this for the podcast.
No. So her exact word was, I asked, I said, well, what kind of dude do you look for?
You want me to be metallic in taste? That's what you want to taste? You want to taste?
So she said it, and I kind of looked at her like, what the hell are you talking about? And she was like, yeah, you know, I like my guys to be like Optimus Prime because I feel like he's real dominant. I'm like, uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. No.
Okay.
Everybody, welcome to another episode of the According to West podcast, where me and DeLaw just dropped some money on the early release of 2K26, and we feel sorry for our wives because that's what it's about to be for the next couple months straight. As always, you got me, Wes.
Yep, and you got me. I haven't come up with a new name yet. I guess I'm still just DeLaw. Yeah. Right now, I'm the sober son-in-law, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
That's just for today.
That's it. You know, right now I am.
That's just for the next 5 minutes. I mean, you know, in 6 minutes we'll see how it takes.
Look, I'm too broke to be trying to do anything.
Listen,
it's brutal.
Yeah, you ain't the only one, and you know, since the season is changing and stuff like that, I need to go ahead and do the stock up.
Mm-hmm.
Need to go ahead and do the stock up before like you start getting the seasonal what do you call it? Seasonal holiday prices for fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, Thanksgiving. This is more than what it usually is. Christmas. This is more than what it usually is. You know, get that bottle of champagne now, let it sit in the fridge until New Year's. You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Shit like that. But hell yeah, man. It's brutal out here. I feel like groceries ain't go down yet. You know, I don't know what everybody's talking about. I'm still spending an exorbitant amount of money on groceries, and it's just me and my wife. So I know y'all.
Well,
cause y'all eat good over there. Yeah.
I'll put it this way. Groceries have been, it's weird because, you know, my stepson, he's not supposed to eat protein, but he has turned 18 and decided he's going to do what he wants to do. So the way we buy food isn't matching how we're all eating.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Like, it's like we would buy stuff specifically for him. And so in essence, we were really just cooking for ourselves, me and her. And some vegetables and other stuff that he could eat, we would do that way. But now he's just like, man, fuck it. We'll do whatever the fuck I'm going to do. And it's just like, oh, well, okay. I guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, I mean, hey, look, like I told everyone, it's his life. If that's what he wants to do, that's what he's going to do. There's nobody that's going to be able to stop him for it. So if that's what he chooses to do, you know, just don't hurt yourself or kill yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. Most definitely.
So, yeah, that's about it. You know, nothing crazy, but, you know, at this point, we probably want to just have to have him pay us some money for groceries. You know what I'm saying? It boils down to it.
Yeah, man. I just went grocery shopping, and I don't know.
All right, cool. And then every other day, it's you should go buy this. I'm like, why do I need to keep buying all this shit? Like it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You are saying she does respect your time, though, right?
I can only hope.
No, you should have some examples of like, yeah, she respects my time. I'm sure you have examples of that.
I
She
can
res-
only hope. I can only hope that she does respect my time. I put it that way. I want to believe she does.
Do she do things that makes you feel like she does not respect your time?
All
I don't
the
know.
time.
Oh, okay.
All the time.
I guess I just had to ask you the question that way.
All the time. Yeah. It's like, oh, it don't matter what I'm doing. If it ain't on her time, it's a problem. I asked you to do this a while. I asked you to do this 2 minutes ago. You see, I'm in the middle of podcasting. I'd be like, babe, do you mind doing this for me while I take care of this real quick? Oh yeah, I got you. I get back, ain't a lick of things done.
Hey, let it be us though.
I couldn't even get you to get this done. Like I actually do one thing. It's like, Lord.
I'm happy to say I don't have that problem with my wife. I got that problem with every other woman in my life. My sister, my mom. It just be like, God dang, man.
Shoot, my aunt was mad at me because she be wanting to do pictures when we do all these events and
Family stuff.
yeah. And so when we was on vacation, I was like, I ain't taking this fucking picture. And I'm like, well, why don't they ever take the picture before we all sit down and eat? Because in my head, if we take the picture before we eat,
you're more likely to get everybody.
Right, because there's no one that's going to be ready to leave because they're done eating. In my head, it makes complete sense. Now, what risk do you run with that? Of course you run risk. You run the risk of people not showing up until food ready.
But it's still before you eat.
Yeah. But then, but if people don't want to show up, people ain't going to show up. And if they're only going to show up to get food, they're going to show up to get food. You get who you get in the picture. It don't gotta be everybody. You wait until after we're all done, we ready to go. Ain't nobody. I ain't trying to sit around. So we go. We out in Myrtle Beach. We go to some roadhouse.
Texas Road.
Yeah. Nah.
No.
I think it was Logan's or something.
Mm.
And first, they don't tell us that they got a whole itinerary for this thing.
I hate vacations like that. It was like, oh, so I ain't got no free time in this bitch. I'm spending every moment with a cousin that I don't really like right now.
But not even that. It was like we get there. So I'm thinking they're like, oh, be there at 1. So we eat dinner. So I'm thinking we're gonna eat dinner. Now if we eat dinner and it's like, all right, we're all about to leave. Let's take a picture. All right, cool. We only been in an hour. We sitting there and they're like bringing out appetizer. I'm like, I don't want no fucking appetizer. I'm trying to order my food.
Yeah.
We sitting there waiting for my drink. They're having like, all right, guys, we're gonna sing a song. What? Why are we singing a song? And then we got a keynote speaker, and we want everyone who owns a business to come.
This is a family reunion?
It's at a restaurant. Look, I'm so confused at this point. And everyone who owns a business stand up and tell what their business is. I'm like, and I looked at my wife. I said, if I'd known they were going to do this, I wouldn't have shown up.
Yeah, that's a little bit much.
I wouldn't have shown up because it's like, if you tell me to come and eat a luncheon, brunch, whatever, we've been there an hour and a half. They still ain't taking our order because we in the middle of doing all this shit. So they finally take our order. We finally eat. Now they're like, all right, before anyone leaves, please make sure you head to outside so you can take the picture. You knew I gave my check right to the lady. I need y'all to cash this out real quick. Told my wife, bring your ass on. As soon as she gave me the check, I was gone. Come on, let's roll. You ain't gonna stay for pictures? Hell nah. We've been here 3 or 4 hours at this point in a restaurant. Yeah. And you want me to stand around and take a picture?
Yeah.
No. Hell no. Well, you just left and you being a bad influence on your wife. No, I'm not.
First of all, how dare you say I'm being a bad influence on you? You an adult. Don't do it. I know what I'm doing.
No, that's
And
what my aunt said.
Oh,
My aunt
I
said
thought
I
your
was
wife
being.
said that to you. I'm
No,
like,
no,
bro,
no, 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 no. No, my aunt was like, "You're being a bad influence on her to just
She alright.
just to leave."
she heard.
You all right? I said, "Y'all took so long. It was time to go." Well, don't complain if you're not in any of the pictures when someone dies. I won't. I'm good. And look, and you know what the funny part is I didn't even know that they were looking for a picture of me. Like when my grandmother died in 2019, they were like, we couldn't find no pictures of you, so we only could find the picture that grandma had of you from prom. Oh, okay. Why didn't you go on my Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
No,
like,
they was like, well, you every picture in your Facebook, you was holding up a cup of alcohol or a bottle. We didn't want to put that on grandma's obituary.
it was a slideshow.
We okay. You're the only cousin grandson.
Look, I look at it this way. You got all these other pictures of me everywhere on social media. My mother has pictures of me. Like, well, we want to take these because, no, I don't know. And I told him, I said, look, y'all want to take pictures after people are ready to go? Y'all gonna get 5 minutes. Y'all can't get together. Hey, babe, come on. Get back. No, we done. Y'all taking too long and we ready to go. We'll see y'all next time and walk off. Hey, don't put your hands on me.
All right.
That's not what we are. That's not what we're going to do. That's not what we're going to do. Because at that point, now you're impeding on my time to go home.
Yeah.
No, we're not. No. Either change. And then at that, you took pictures the whole event. You took pictures the whole event. You took people's individual family pictures, everything. What the hell do I need to be in a group picture with everybody for?
It's safe to say that you are very angry about that.
No, I ain't angry about it at all. But you ain't gonna put it this way. If every time I come to an event that y'all gonna be at, we're gonna take a picture, best believe I won't be there.
You can always be like, I took my picture beforehand. I sent it to you. All right, y'all.
Just shot me in.
Hey, y'all is doing wonderful things right now. So I know y'all can make that work.
Yeah, hey, look, yeah. We didn't see you at the last event. Oh, because y'all want to take pictures. So what, you don't know? If y'all going to take pictures and when I'm ready to go, y'all want to hold me up, I ain't coming to events.
My wife's family likes taking pictures and shit, but it's all throughout and never after. So I mean, I don't like taking pictures at all, but I at least appreciate that. Like
if you're doing it all throughout,
yeah,
I can live with that.
Yeah, me too.
But to if someone says, all right, I'm leaving, and this is what bothers me the most. Someone might just come and be like, oh, I just came to kind of hang out in fellowship, but I'm rolling out. People getting their food or they're sitting down and still eating. Oh, such about to leave. Come on, everybody, let's take a picture.
No, that motherfucker leaving. No, I hate that shit.
I said, look, y'all
get
got
the picture
of
him, her.
Y'all got one time. Look, I told my wife, I said, they got one time. That's it. if this what we gonna do, y'all can say, oh, he don't want to come around. Well, how come you don't come around? Because I don't want to have to take a picture because someone gets up and leave it. At this point, I ain't even eat my food.
Yeah.
So now I gotta get up. No. Well, you need to come out. I'm eating my food. Take the picture.
Yeah.
She was like, well, how are you supposed to document you were here? I said, y'all took a picture of me on Easter. Easter was just 3 months ago. Ain't shit changed between then and now.
Right. I ain't rocking an eye patch like a pirate.
Right.
I ain't slick rigging it out here.
Look, even one dude said when his wife got pregnant, it's like you can't even see the progression of her pregnancy because at every event they went to, they took a group picture, so it only looked like they were the same for months at a time.
Because the belly was being covered.
No, because the belly wasn't showing yet. So it went because when she got pregnant, all the pictures before she started showing. Then there's no pictures until the baby's here. So it was like you can't even see the progression or even like the growth in the family if you're taking a picture every event. If you take a picture once an event, like let's say in Easter, that's the picture we're gonna be taking. Cool. At least now you can see the growth of the family every Easter.
Yeah.
But to take a picture on Easter, then take a picture on Memorial's Day, then take a picture 4th of July, then take a picture vacation.
Oh, you got Juneteenth and then 4th of July.
then you got Juneteenth. then we're in another event in Labor Day. Then you got Thanksgiving. Like you're taking almost 10 group pictures a year. It doesn't show anything. It just shows you're taking pictures.
Yeah.
If you're going to take pictures while we're there, take pictures while we're there. We don't need to have pictures, a group picture, or take the group picture in the very beginning. Right before we pray to eat food. All right, everybody, let's go outside and take a picture so we can eat.
Do you think in a relationship, comparing your partner to someone else could benefit you?
Hell no.
Why not?
Well, that might as well just be with that person then.
No, we didn't say it was another romantic interest. It could be fucking Marge from the Simpsons. I'm just saying.
No.
No?
Nope.
No?
You're setting yourself up for the wrong expectation. I'll tell you that.
All right. Hear this story. Hear this story. This guy wants to know. Is he being a little insecure because his wife compared him to her ex-husband? He says, I told my wife to never compare me to her ex-husband again due to her giving me criticism in a negative manner and implying I should be better like him in said scenario. Me and my wife were planning to have another kid, but we both came to the agreement that we needed to focus on the current ones more. She brought up some valid points, and so did I. It was a good and constructive conversation. Fast forward a couple of months, and we are having a conversation where she says, my ex was more active with the kids, even when he was stressed. He was also keeping them on point with folding clothes and organization. He also made sure that they always had their hair in tip-top shape. Then finishing with these are the issues. And then she finished with, these are the issues I have with your parenting that needs to be fixed. He says, now I will say the criticism was good. And I noted that fact and started working on such, but it deeply bothers me that it deeply bothers me that she's comparing me to another person who was supposedly horrible and a bad partner, and implying that if I did the things better like him, she would feel more comfortable with us having another kid. I told her the same point could have been made without saying my ex did these things better. And she went off on me and called me insecure. Have I had my moment of insecurity? Yes. But on this topic, I do not agree that it was insecurity for not wanting to be compared to her ex and how he did things better.
He ain't wrong for that one.
You say he's wrong?
I wouldn't want to be compared to no one's ex, especially if he said they're a shitty person.
Right. Right.
If she said, "Oh, he was such an amazing person," and this, and that, that's something different.
Yeah.
Compare me to your ex, and he said that he was a shitty person.
So the thing is, she could have definitely said this is this and that, and she didn't have to bring up the ex. He brings up an excellent point, like, yo, that's the part that made me insecure. Yes, that it is okay. So here's the thing: it's okay to be feeling insecure is a feeling. It's about what you do with that feeling, right? That's what always gets somebody in trouble or don't get them in trouble. It's about what you do with the feeling. He felt insecure because you compared him to another guy that you said was horrible. So he's like, yo, am I like this motherfucker you just left? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And yeah, she could have did without saying that. I mean, but At the same time, I get her concerns. Like if they agreed upon, focusing on the caring children before having another, like I get that. Like, and she framed that the wrong way. Like my ex was more active with the kids, even when he was stressed. Like, yeah, that's something I got to work on. That's what we talked about previously a couple months ago.
Are they his kids?
Maybe one of them is his.
Maybe one is his.
But that's crazy though. Just think if they both wasn't his, and then she like, yo, blah 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 blah. It's kind of like yes and no, because when you sign up to that, you sign up for the whole shebang bang. But we know how this thing works.
Yeah.
Sometimes, as a man, you might not feel comfortable with the parenting, as you will. I don't, so it's gonna be certain parts you're not comfortable with. I know some guys in that role that's the stepdad or whatever. They strictly in it for the fun. They lead the parenting and the spankings to the mom. Like, look, I'm just trying to stay on these kids' good side. They go back and forth to their dad, every other weekend and stuff like that. Like, I need this shit to be smooth over here. Y'all two doing the parenting. I'm like the uncle that just live here, but that's not the uncle. You know what I mean? It's like one of those situations. And I'm like, but I mean, yo, he reacted the way any guy would react. Like, yo, don't just imagine if you did that to a woman. Like, yo, my ex-wife, she used to be in this motherfucker, just nothing on cooking in the kitchen. She was helping with the kids. She was helping with their homework. My girls had their hair done.
They wouldn't want to hear
man. That woman might murder you, or you might cause her to have a fucking breakdown, just depending on the type of woman she is. I'm going more or less. She might try to murder you. Like
I'm closer to she'll murder you.
She'll murder you. She would murder you.
Would murder you.
Yeah, his reaction is on point, but the fact that his wife was like, her counter argument was like, "Oh, you're just being insecure." It's just like, yo.
But that's if that's your counter argument.
That's like the dismissive shit. That's the dismissive shit. It's just like, yo, he already agreed to it. So it's not like it's not like he came to her and was like, I don't know what you're talking about. This and that. He's like, yeah, I need to work on those things. And then comes to her and says, yo, I'd rather you just not compare me to him. No, you just being insecure. It's more or less like, no, do what the fuck I said do. I don't want to hear no lip. That's how that shit sound. Cause I'm like, yo, if I agree, I need to work on this. You pointed this out. This is constructive criticism. And I say, you know what? The next time this comes about, let's not, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Don't throw him in there. Like, I am with you now. You shouldn't be thinking about how he did things. That means I'm only here to help you do things.
Mm-hmm.
And, you trying to get in how you fit in with,
Mm-hmm. That's
a scary situation.
That's where it is.
Yeah. But, do you think there's like in your personal life, what's the line between giving valid feedback and using somebody like to compare you as a benchmark or a weapon against you? Like if they was going to mention someone, how could they mention it and you'd be like, you know what? I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel threatened. You did it in a respectable way.
Not doing it.
So they can't mention. So in your head, they can't mention nobody. They can't mention nobody. Like nobody, not Homer Simpson, not Tim the Two Man Taylor, nobody. They can't mention nobody. I don't want to hear nobody else's name.
Because
how else you gonna get your example?
Because you mentioning someone else's name in the process of any of this means that clearly I wasn't enough for you to begin with. So clearly, I'm just here as some sort of comfort person. Well, I need you to be more like.
But Tim the Two Man Taylor ain't a real person.
Well, no. It's not that. I had a chick who said one time, I need to be more like Optimus Prime.
Hey, yo, you're lying.
I lied to you not. I lied to you not.
You're lying. I don't know if you just said this for the podcast.
No. So her exact word was, I asked, I said, well, what kind of dude do you look for?
You want me to be metallic in taste? That's what you want to taste? You want to taste?
Look, so she said it, and I kind of looked at her like, what the hell are you talking about? And she was like, yeah, I like my guys to be like Optimus Prime because I feel like he's real dominant. I'm like, uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. No.
Okay. I was lost.
How old were you? How old was she?
I had just transferred to UMBC, so I had to be like 20.
She was your age?
Yeah.
Well, if she said fucking Optimus, was she your age?
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Because I want to say Transformers 1.
It just came out with Shia LaBeouf.
Just came well with Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, when she said it, I'm like, huh? Like it was such a very random thing in my head for someone to say. But I was just like, huh? Like, you want me to be like, who?
She said because he's dominant. That was her.
Thing, like, oh, he's a dominant person and this, that, and the other thing. And that's how I would expect my guys to be, like to sweep me off my feet and do this. I'm just like, this bitch crazy.
Yo, so okay. I have even more questions. So you said you rather not hear a name or anybody. This is an actual fucking fake ass robot / cartoon. Did you still feel the same way? Like, yo, don't be asking me to be like fucking. What if I want to be like Megatron? What if I want to be like Bumblebee? Don't tell me what I need to be more like. So is it the fact that you feel like she telling you? Or the fact that you feel like, yo, I don't want to hear that shit. Like,
the nigga ain't real.
Well, yeah, okay. The nigga ain't real. Besides him not being real. Because I'm trying to see if there's like a fine line between like, yo, do I have an example of what I should be doing or should I be threatened? Because I think that's where it comes in that, like, yo, are you threatening me with like you gonna go be with Optimus Prime? Or is this just you trying to give me an example of like, yo, Optimus be doing his damn thing, and maybe you could have me and another joint if you act like Optimus. Like I'm just
nah. I took it as when I was told, oh yeah, I want to be more like I want a guy that's more like Optimus Prime. I took it as in like, what the hell are you talking about? Why are we talking about this?
Oh my gosh,
Transformer. If she had said Lawrence Fishburne and Boys in the Hood, okay.
I just asked you that, but you okay. So let's just say it's Furious. Let's just say it's Furious, and she said, "Yo, I want you to act more like Furious, which is Lawrence Fishburne, Boys in the Hood." What you gonna say? You gonna have a problem with that?
Lawrence Fishburne and Boys.
All right, true.
Look, if I was I already know. If we would have told a woman like I need to be more like
I think it's how you say it. No.
It's going to cause problems no matter how you think it's
I think it's how you say it. I think it's how you say it. You don't start off by saying who would you say? Angela Fishburne and where and who?
Angela Bassett and I
say Angela Fishburne. Angela Bassett and what?
I don't know. Angela Bassett and I don't know. I never asked her what's
yeah.
I don't know. All
right, so let's just say Angela Bassett in 911 because I just seen a clip of that. Yeah. Okay, so let's just say Angela Bassett in 911. But what trait? Let's see. Let me give you an example. So let's just say, yo, she's very proactive. You just want her to be proactive and shit. Or whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm not starting with, hey, I want you to be like more like, I'll talk to her like, yo.
But that's how the article started. That sounded like she said to him like, oh, I need more like.
Yeah, she gave examples of what he needs to do. I think that's cool. However, it's the fact that it's her ex-husband. I feel like you can get a pass if it was like, yo, you know how like sometimes we be watching Young Sheldon and the dad be like this, and this. That's how I envision us. I think she can get away with that. I said Young Sheldon. I don't know why, because that's at the top of my head. Don't even watch the show. But you get what I'm saying. It's kind of like, yo, you present the shit you present the cookie shit like, yo, be a little bit more proactive. I noticed this, and this happened, blah, 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 blah. And it just reminded me like when I was watching 911, I saw Angela Bassett and I'm like, yo, that's kind of like how, I envision you. I see you that way because I've seen those traits in you and I've seen you do it sometimes, but lately you've been slacking. Real easy to do. People just don't know how to talk to people. She went straight for this ain't what you doing. My ex nigga did that. That's crazy. Yeah. I would never, even if it was my mom, I'm not gonna say, well, Miss Janice up the street did that. You don't be doing this.
Yeah.
It's about how you talk to people. She ain't showing how to talk to people.
Right.
And then to dismiss the shit. That's wild, the Optimus Prime shit though.
And look, it was wild when I heard it. I'm like, Optimus Prime?
The most I got was I want you to have more thug appeal. That didn't last with her. That's the most I've ever gotten in that. No, that's not true. Yeah, that is true. She said thug appeal, but I've always gotten this from every woman, like, be more emotionally available and blah, 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 like, and giving me examples. How could I get mad at that? I knew I wasn't emotionally available. But you telling me if a woman told you that and they say, yo, be more emotionally available. You know how Maxwell be singing about this, and this. And I just imagine that that's what I want my love to be like. And your ass is going to say, go be with that nigga then. That's what you're telling me.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than trying to fix the situation, you're going to be like, go be with that nigga.
And look, especially if you compare me to a whole nother nigga. Look.
Okay, let's go back to The Simpsons. I want you to be like how Milhouse is towards Lisa. I want you that much invested in me. And I feel like you're not invested in me as a person. Now, how the fuck can you be mad at Milhouse? You gonna tell her go be with Milhouse then? You fucking nerd. That's what you gonna say. Exactly. You're not gonna say it. You're going to take that constructive criticism and be like, yo, Milhouse do be, coming up with the flowers and being romantic and shit. You're a little bit more, you're a little bit stalkerish, but, I'll leave the nerdy shit out. Yeah, what?
Now I'm looking at this build I just created.
Oh, my God. Come on, man.
Hey, look, Milhouse love that girl Lisa, man. Look. If The Simpsons didn't go off the air.
The Simpsons is still on the air. What are you talking about?
They said it's the last season.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. That's what they were saying. They said it's the last season for The Simpsons. I was reading an article.
When did you read that?
Like 2 months ago.
I gotta look into that. I don't believe that to be true, but I'll look into it.
They were like, yeah, because they did. I know they did they said they did a future episode where Marge was dead and you saw everybody growing up. I'm like, why would they take The Simpsons off the air? Simpsons been on the air for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Some of those niggas ain't ever grown up. I don't even think they advanced a grade yet.
No, they haven't. Not at all.
But
you know what else is crazy about that the whole thing I read? Like, how comfortable was she to bring up her ex though? Like, does that kind of also kind of means that you probably still got feelings for that motherfucker? Because why would that even come back up? And it makes me think like, like sometimes you hear women be like, oh, they be so turned on when their husband or their man be doing, being daddy and stuff like that. You might got a little situation like that. Like, was she like, you know what? I don't see him being daddy, so I ain't really turned on like that. Or this, and that. I need him to do that more.
Maybe.
Or she still got something going on with her ex-husband. Because there's no way. Why bring? I mean, you kind of know what I'm saying? Why bring that up? Like, if the roles were reversed, we bring that up. Our wife won't be like, "Yo, you fucking her or something?" What you mean? Be more like her.
Right. Yeah.
You thinking about her?
It's a whole lot of mess you don't want to get into.
Hell nah. Hell nah.
A whole lot of mess. Don't even say. Just leave it where it is.
Yeah.
So,
It's kind of like for her to say that, it's just like, yo, I don't know. Either Shorty slow or just because it's kind of like, yo, if he's horrible and yeah, he wasn't a good partner and this and that. If you're saying he was a good dad, but just not a good partner, that still don't make it even better because it's kind of like, yo, he shouldn't be even brought up in that manner in this house. So I don't know, man. People are people just gotta learn how to talk to people.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like, you know how they say conversation is everything. Not conversation, everything. Communication is everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes the way we communicate causes these issues before, and they're not even real issues. They like fake fucking issues. There's been so many times I didn't say something to my wife or whatever have you, and I ain't mean to say it a certain type of way, and I knew the way that she took it, and boom, we're in the whole discussion for about 3 hours.
Right.
And I know you've been there where you like, man, I shouldn't have said that shit because I ain't even mean it. And now, you can't even fight the fight because you don't even believe in what you're fighting for because I ain't mean to say that in the fucking first place.
Right.
It's just like, yo, if I defend it, it's like I meant to say it, but I didn't even mean to say it. Just said the wrong 2 words together.
Right. Yeah.
So, yo, that's one thing I gotta get better at is communication.
Yeah.
So I don't even have those problems.
I think I get giving an example, but I think that, as a woman, they can give an example without referencing someone who they said was a shitty individual.
Yes, yes.
And I say that because there's no way you're going to tell me that I'm just this horrible person.
Well, she didn't say she didn't say he was horrible.
In essence.
Oh, if you're referencing that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to tell me I'm just this horrible person, and then I'm being compared. Because in essence, that's what you're really saying to me is I'm horrible.
Yeah.
That's that. If we're really looking at it from that standpoint.
I mean, she did say in a certain regard, though. So the thing is, you can understand how and why he got in his feelings. But at the same time, even though she communicated toxically and harshly, she did say with the kids. She didn't say with me. All she's saying is like, yo, he did these things. That's the only example she got.
Right.
Because those are her kids.
Mm-hmm. Nah,
it's still a thin line.
Think about what if he was to say that to her, it would turn into. So what you're saying is that I'm just a horrible ass bitch. Like you already.
Yeah,
you already know that when you say.
But we also know men and women don't play by the same rules. So yeah, it's not going to be a 1-for-1 thing. We know they can get away with that shit because they jump straight to being in their head quickly. We jump to being in our head too, but it takes a little bit more time before we get inside of our head, most of us.
Right.
So it's one of those things where it's not right on either way, but it's just, in this particular situation, it's the ex-husband shouldn't have been brought up in general. She could have said all that shit without that, and it would have came across the right way.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's how I view it. Like she could have said it differently, but she said it how she said it.
Yeah.
She expects you to take it that way. So,
yeah, and like I said, the dismissiveness after was like, yo, you're just being insecure. It's just like, all right, now I feel like you don't respect me.
Right.
So yeah, now we about to have this fucking conversation because I'm not being insecure. You caused an insecurity. Being insecure is like you're perpetually insecure. Like every little thing makes you unsure about yourself. You made me unsure about myself with your words. That is the conflict. And it's kind of like some women, they can dish that shit out. But when it happens to them, it's just like, it's the end of the world. Like men be, in a relationship, we, like I said, inadvertently, we do that to each other. Might say something, you be like, damn, it makes you unsure about some things. It's up to the other person to, self-correct self-correct their actions and correct the issue within the bond and shit.
Yeah.
I wish I could because I would never, but it'd never be okay just to tell my woman, you just managed to Shakur, get out of there. Like, you're tripping. Or the blanket statement, oh, you been crazy. Man, what?
Yeah, no.
That is like a couple hours of just like, yo, now I'm not on 2K. I can't go nowhere. I need to fix shit here because I don't know how to talk to her.
I mean, not only that, but it turns into you're gonna be sleeping with both your eyes open.
Well, listen, she got to wait to attack me in my sleep, then I don't need to be with her. She better attack me now. I ain't got time to be doing that. You gonna wait till I'm
I ain't playing that game with my wife. That is...
I ain't saying play the game. I'm just saying, like, yo, come on now. There's no way. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Shorty don't respect him. And they probably not his kids. And the crazy thing is, you talking to him like that because y'all want to have another kid, but that sounds like them two ain't his. And you bitching at him about how to take care of your kids that you share with your ex-husband like your ex-husband did. And I'm going to take you a step further. What? She all the way in the wrong in that case.
The part of it is she might as well just say, I don't want to have no more kids. If that's what it is.
I think that's what it is. She just did a nitpicky thing, like, I ain't having no more kids.
Like, trying to, it's not, I want to make it so that our relationship's bad, but it might be, I don't want no more kids. And she doesn't know how to say it because maybe because it didn't say that.
Oh, right. And maybe he wants his kids, he wants his own child with her.
Mm-hmm. And she's already like, I'm tired of raising kids. And it might be that.
See, the whole thing when she said help with the hair, I'm like, unless my wife is like, if I got a daughter or whatever have you, unless she like can't do it, that is the only time that I'm trying to do something like that with my daughter. My sons, you get them the brush, you show them what to do, and you check them out every morning. Like, did you do what I showed you to do? Your girls, your daughters is a little different because you got to get in there and in order to do that effectively. But it's kind of like, yo, that should, I ain't gonna say that should be her job, but it's just like, yo, like you said, hair and folding clothes. That's something that she could be. If they know how to do that already, then why aren't you making sure that they do it as well? And if they were doing it before with the ex-husband, what stopped? The ex-husband had that voice of like, hey, didn't I say get in there? Fold the fucking get your ass in the shot, like that type of thing. But at the same time, if this stepdaddy, like I said, some of them don't feel comfortable just doing that. They want to be there for the fun shit. And if the parents, the father's still in the life, let the dad, discipline. I'm just here for, bang out your ex-wife, that type of thing. That's what I'm here for, and to look after the family while I'm here. That's how some of them take that approach. So I don't know, man. Maybe he is taking that approach, and she like, yo, you need to do more than just, fuck me and look after the household and shit. Yeah.
If you don't want to bury your kids.
Yeah.
I get it. But there's a way to say it. I mean,
hell yeah.
Me and my wife, we talk about it all the time because it's not, she might be like, she's like, I don't know if I want more kids, but it's one of those things where she's open to it, but there's certain things she expects that if we're going to have another kid, and these are things A, B, C, D, E, F that I expected.
Yeah.
But there's a way to say it versus you got to be like my ex-husband.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think everyone in a relationship should have that. That should be an ongoing conversation because sometimes your thought process changes when it comes to certain things. Like at one point, it was, as you get older, you think one way about particular quote unquote gender roles or what you should be doing or what you're able to do. You know, you might move up in your career and you're like, you know what? Well, maybe you can stay home now and y'all need you to work, whatever. Or maybe you need to do this and we need to, you know, things change. It should always be a ongoing, evolving conversation when it comes to that shit. Because I know things change on my end all the time. As far as like me and my wife talking about that. It's like an open, never-ending dialogue. And I flip-flop all the time. I flip-flop all the fucking time. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I do know what I would do in that situation. I wouldn't be like you with an Optimus Prime situation.
No,
I probably would have said something petty too, like, well, nah, I'm not gonna say that and get my feelings hurt. I was about to say some stupid shit like, well, my fucking you too. Like, does that need any work? You like the way he do it? Like, that's some petty shit. And if she actually turn around and say, well, actually, you should be, man. I don't know. Well, that's why I said, learning how to communicate. Because you choosing to be petty, you be petty towards somebody will get your feelings hurt and not even hurting their feelings. So it's like,
right.
Don't even open up that fucking can of worms. Like, hell nah. But yeah, that was just a communication misstep. Damn, he should have said something about his ex-girl. Well, my ex-girl used to... Nah, I'm going right back to being petty. Anywho. Yeah, man. That's... That shit is unfortunate.
Yeah. Hey, shit happens.
Nah, man, it's going to continue to happen. Has there been... Well... How do I ask this question? Do you think in their situation, well, you already said that. You said you think she don't really want to have kids anymore.
I don't think so. A two-way, 3-point sniping high flyer.
If you guys can't already figure out, 2K26 has come out recently, and yeah, that's how this podcast gets when 2K is in session. It's just like, yo,
yep, it's for 9 months that is in session for me.
9 months, the whole year for me, because DeLaw quits right after
the NBA season stops.
That NBA season stops.
Yeah, literally after NBA season stops, I stop. And or the Pacers are eliminated from playoffs.
Oh my gosh, yeah, forgot about that one.
It's done. That's it.
Forgot about that one.
But I mean, look, women have this thing about they don't want to hurt your feelings by telling you how they really feel, because a lot of times, and me and my wife had the same discussion, like, she wasn't, before we got married, oh, I don't care. We can have another kid if you want. We can try, blah, blah, blah. Then one day it'll flip to, I really don't want no more kids. You want kids. I honestly really don't want kids. Da, 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 da. And it flops back and forth. And a lot of times what women will do is they'll try to nitpick at certain things to say you're not prepared for another kid versus just saying, I really don't want to. If it happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, I ain't crying over it.
Yeah.
They for us, we'll just tell you, bitch, I just don't want to grill today. I'm tired of grilling. Like, you want me to grill and grill and grill, bitch. You want to sit on that hot ass stove and do it? But versus them being like, well, let's say they're the grillers. Well, like, it's kind of warm outside and I think I'd rather just cook inside because I think it'll be a little bit easier versus saying, I just don't want to grill outside, nigga. They'll just try to find a way to like try to piece it together. Be like, well, you know what?
Well, that's what Shorty should have did in this situation. She didn't do that.
I didn't really want to grill, but you can go and grill. Like my ex-husband, he used to grill all the time. Like, nah, your time to learn to grill. That is, would you get what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, nigga.
I don't want kids. Yeah.
I don't.
why am I doing all the grilling and you're the man, you're here. You know what I mean? It's one of the things. Go, why am I doing all things with the kids and you're here? It's just one of those. I'm going to advance with this build.
Okay.
I'm shading all-time Hornet Gerald Wallace, 16-17 Kawhi Leonard, and OG Adebayo.
You said that wrong. That name wrong.
Adebayo.
No. Anobly?
There we go. I'm an OG.
Mm-hmm.
My go-to bat is off the ball pass, challenger glove. Top attributes, perimeter defense, steal, free throw. I'm an elite wing defender. Time interceptions perfectly. Elite above the rim finisher and unlimited range beyond the arc. My weakness is I can't muscle through traffic.
Good luck.
I haven't played yet, and I don't know what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Hey, you rich.
You need strength.
Yeah, you do.
Damn. Well, you're a center. You need strength. I'm a small forward.
Yeah, I'm a power forward. I got a power forward in the center.
You need strength. Like if I was a center, I would have.
Yeah.
I would have strength, but
yeah.
I mean, for one weakness, muscling through traffic, I can live with it because I don't know. I've seen everybody else's stats from their point guards and all that, and they don't have a lot of strength compared to them. They just got enough to get that
first step,
strong handle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock with this build for right now. I ain't gonna play with it. I'm gonna think of something else and see what happens.
Yeah.
And go from there. I'm not gonna put no money this year. I'm not putting no money into a build that I'm not sold on.
Famous last words of DeLaw.
Famous last words.
Because we'll see.
See how I articulated that, right? I didn't say I wish 2K was like NBA Live 2006 where you can make all 99s.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. You should be able to do that. But how else will the 2K get their money? Because if you did that at that point, it's just based off of skill. There should be parameters. You know how like every player got a rating for like their 2K rating and shit like that. It should literally just kind of be that. Here's the ratings. You can only choose a rating that is current within the NBA.
Yeah.
If you want to have a certain type of play style.
Yeah.
Simple.
Or they should give.
It should literally mimic NBA players. Like if you want to do the park shit or whatever have you. Now you can dress them up and do whatever the fuck you want to do and shit. But
I mean, like everybody said that's done the comparisons. If you put your attributes you have for your player into a real NBA, like create your player, put it on an NBA team, you're not a 99.
Yeah.
You're only a 99 in my career.
Yeah.
So I think there needs to be some sort of balance out, if that makes sense. Like, in order to be a 99, like if you look at who's 99 in the NBA and you want to create a player to be a 99, you should be allowed to do those things. But the kicker would be you got to fill out more stats. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know how, like, if you really look at some of the stuff that they have, as far as the stats they have probably like one or two more stats that they add to. And you should be, you kind of go there with it. Like, okay, if you're this height, based on who's the best player at that height, that size, or whatever, you're capped off at whoever is the best at that position.
Mm-hmm.
In current NBA, not all times, because, you get a 6'9" Larry Bird build who can shoot and do everything. You end up having very elite players. But I think, honestly, that's what 2K needs.
Yeah.
I think 2K needs to start there.
Yeah, maybe. Or EA.
Yeah.
If they can get that license back.
What is this out of bounds?
That's the name of the storyline.
Oh, okay. I'll be the story. But yeah, yeah, I think it needs to be it needs to be some comparison. Like if I put my player up against and create your player thing, then it should match up 1-to-1.
Yeah.
And then what that does is, yes, it does make a lot of players become a whole lot better. But then that's when you start adding in tendencies and all those things, like all those things that, all those other attributes.
I guess they figure if it's going to be like that, you might as well just go play a quick game with the Rockets or something.
Yeah. Well, no. But like everyone says, if I put my stats in there and all of a sudden my player is only at 85, but he's a 99 on here, then what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like you can put restrictions to where, okay, this is what your player will be at a 99. It won't make the game any different.
Yeah.
It really turns the game into some of the older 2Ks where you can create a player that can technically do everything, but it will be dominant in a skill.
Yeah.
It'll be like everybody might be 80s defense and 80s and dunking on people, but then you got that leeway where you could make a player an elite passer and scorer, or elite defender and dunker, where the dunking is 90, but then you still got to kind of balance it out because if you want that 99 3-pointer, it's going to cost you to get it, where it's going to cost other stats. It'll make I think they could make it work. But I think they try to limit it to make it so that it's
so they can get money.
Yeah, collect their money.
Yeah.
Because in reality, if you do it like that, like if I could make a player that could dunk, that could shoot, that could pass and play defense, get rebounds, it would make my player more competitive. But then that means now it really becomes skill based.
Yeah.
And then at that point, now you don't need cap breakers, right?
Right.
You longer need cap breakers. You still get your takeover. You don't really need to do the boost anymore, but you can, but you don't really need to. You get all those things, all those microtransactions you use to try to get more money. You no longer need it, and now you're just having people make bills because now it becomes something that they enjoy doing. You'll get more money off of having them be able to do this free range of making bills because people make about 5, 6, 10 bills. And if you can create your player how you want to create it versus being limited to looking at YouTube content creators to build your bills, you make out better.
Listen, you're absolutely right. But as any successful company, you're only as good as the money that you make. Yeah. And with any successful marriage, you're only as good as the marriage lasts.
The more effort you put in,
yes,
the more that you
get. So you should. You should be
this in servitude to your spouse.
Yes, theoretically, because sometimes a lot of people are putting in a lot of effort and they ain't getting shit.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Like someone was saying, oh, well, you don't lose yourself in it and don't do this and don't do this. And you got to be. And if I said, no, marriage, you are individual. But what comes with your marriage is that you both servants to each other because you both end up submitting to each other, but just doing it in different ways.
Yeah.
And you end up understanding that in order for your lives to be better together, the other one has to know that you will sacrifice for them.
Yeah.
If everything turns into I don't want you to sacrifice for me, then now what are we doing?
Right.
Like we ain't doing nothing good. We just up here.
We're just here.
We just here. So if I can do that, then cool. But they don't. People who aren't married they that are single, they have single mind frames of how marriage is supposed to work versus understanding that no matter what, it's going to be a sacrifice in this whole thing.
A partnership is sacrifice because if it wasn't a partnership, it'll be, it's the my way or highway thing. So it's like, yo, you're not a partner in this. You do what I say,
right?
Not as I do. Partnership is like, yo, be comfortable. Is a constant state of compromise, constant state of mainly just a constant state of compromise. I wouldn't say sacrifice because at the end of the day, if the goal is for us to be happy and for what we have is to thrive, and it's not really a sacrifice. You're doing what you need to do in order to achieve that goal. Granted, there's going to be personal sacrifices. Like, yo, maybe I don't get that C5 Corvette right now, and it might be too late for me to get it next year because it's going to cost too much. That's a personal sacrifice that I'm making right now, that I cannot go get that C5 Corvette. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like constant stuff, My wife might want a $500 wig, but shit coming up that she can't get that shit right now.
Right.
Sacrifices.
Right.
So yeah, man. There's a lot of and I'm not here to preach or anything like that. Just going based off of what I see.
Right.
And most of the stuff I see is on social media. There's a lot of comments on certain things or certain situations that people have, and it's based off of how they just see the world or their trauma or their experience. And it's just kind of like, sometimes I'll be reading this comment. I'm like, that video didn't look nothing like what you're saying. So I don't even understand that shit. Or this situation don't feel that way. But hey, that's just me. Not to say I ain't been through no relationship scarring or trauma my damn self, but it's just like I know how to look at things objectively.
Right.
So
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I guess we just carrying the whole house. You got windows open everywhere.
Oh, sometimes it's good to get that that fresh air into the house. House don't be smelling all stale and shit. The only thing about that in the fall time, all the the dying stuff and the spores and the ragweed started getting in there, and now all y'all sneezing throughout the day. So
they make you go straight into that story and just start grinding, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Do you get cat breakers for this?
No, I don't think so. You get cat breakers for crewing up and other shit and specializing. Like if you're a player specializing like a shooting and defensive. I think I'm specializing my player, both of my players defensively.
I think I'm gonna specialize mine in defense. Can you do more than one specialty?
I think it's just one.
Gotta think about that.
Yeah, look it up.
I mean,
I haven't specialized yet, but
if I'm already elite defender, then I would want to specialize in shooting. Like a random,
because they said your cap breakers kind of go. I don't know, man. I've been hearing a bunch of shit. So much information. I have not really set time to like.
I mean, I'm just glad they're doing it a little differently because I hated the way they do where you had to grind all that shit out just to get 5 cap breakers. I'm like, yeah. I got my 5 cap breakers and I was done. But if I can get cap breakers in different ways, hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting year.
Yeah. I'm gonna eventually get to this 2K. Right now, I'm watching Clash in Paris. WWE. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm about to run to my man's jank and watch it. Watch the rest of it. It's only on the first match, so I got time.
Okay.
But I've been taking some Mucinex to get all the phlegm out, and I think they tell you not to drink with it, but after about 6 hours.
Oh my gosh! Man.
But I don't take my second dose. Like my second dose that I would need in that 12-hour span, I don't take it then.
Gotcha.
I take that second one, but that first one, because I already know, even though it's going through my body, I know that the half-life of it is fairly quick, and that it's put so much left in my system by the time I take it.
You just can't wait to drink, man.
I know, man.
God dang,
I've been
but you also going over your mind, so it's kind of like, yo, like
I've literally taken maybe 2 shots a week for the last 4 weeks.
2 shots a week.
2 shots a week. So that means about Sunday through Friday, I'm not drinking. I've only taken about 2 shots on a Saturday. That's it.
It's not bad.
So yeah, I mean,
It's more than I am.
one of these days I'll be completely alcohol free, but this won't be the day.
What day is that? Your deathbed?
Hey, look, they might got wine in half. You know, I know they definitely ain't got it in half.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Shit. On that note. Talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all.
Man, don't compare me to other niggas.
Pretty much.
Say what you mean. That's
And
it.
mean what you say.
Right. Hey.
So if you meaning what you say, I'm gonna take that as disrespect.
Hey, look, you don't want to have another kid. Just tell me you don't want to have another kid. Like you don't want to do it. I ain't got carried a bit. I respect that more than you saying be like my ex who was shitty to me. Like, come on.
She didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
That's what you heard, just like you heard about Optimus Prime. Like, yo, you want me to be a robot. Oh my God. We thank everybody for tuning in once again. And see you next time.